In today's interconnected world, the ability to influence others is a powerful skill that can shape opinions, behaviors, and outcomes. From marketing campaigns to political rhetoric, from interpersonal interactions to mass media, the principles of persuasion and manipulation permeate every aspect of our lives. In this comprehensive exploration, we delve into the intricate workings of the human mind to unravel the psychology of influence. By understanding the underlying mechanisms of persuasion and manipulation, we can empower ourselves to navigate the complexities of modern society with clarity, discernment, and ethical integrity. Chapter 1. The Foundations of Influence. In this foundational chapter, we lay the groundwork for our exploration of the psychology of influence. We delve into the historical roots of persuasion, tracing its evolution from ancient rhetoric to modern-day advertising. Drawing upon insights from social psychology, cognitive psychology, and communication theory, we explore the fundamental principles that underpin the process of influence. From the power of social proof to the impact of authority figures, we examine how subtle cues and persuasive tactics shape our perceptions and decisions. Chapter 2. The Psychology of Persuasion. In this chapter, we delve into the psychology of persuasion, examining the strategies and techniques used to influence others. We explore Robert Cialdini's 6 principles of persuasion: reciprocity, commitment, social proof, authority, liking, and scarcity, and analyze how they are employed in various contexts, from sales pitches to political campaigns. Through real-world examples and case studies, we illustrate the effectiveness of these principles and their implications for consumer behavior, public opinion, and social change. Chapter 3. Cognitive Biases and Heuristics. In this chapter, we explore the role of cognitive biases and heuristics in shaping our decision-making processes. We examine how mental shortcuts and cognitive shortcuts can lead to systematic errors in judgment, making us vulnerable to manipulation and persuasion. From confirmation bias to the availability heuristic, we dissect the underlying mechanisms of these cognitive biases and their implications for advertising, propaganda, and misinformation. By understanding the ways in which our minds can be misled, we can develop critical thinking skills and guard against manipulation. Chapter 4. The Dark Side of Influence. Manipulation and Coercion. In this chapter, we confront the darker aspects of influence, exploring the tactics and strategies used to manipulate and coerce others. We examine the ethical implications of manipulation in advertising, politics, and interpersonal relationships, exploring the fine line between persuasion and exploitation. Drawing upon insights from psychology, ethics, and philosophy, we analyze the psychological mechanisms that underpin manipulation and coercion, from gaslighting to emotional blackmail. By shining a light on these insidious practices, we empower individuals to recognize and resist manipulation in all its forms. Chapter 5. The Psychology of Resistance. In this chapter, we explore strategies for resisting influence and maintaining autonomy in the face of persuasion and manipulation. We examine the psychology of compliance and obedience, drawing upon insights from social psychology and behavioral economics to understand why people often succumb to pressure from authority figures and social norms. From assertiveness training to media literacy education, we explore practical strategies for building resilience and defending against manipulation. By cultivating self-awareness, critical thinking, and assertive communication skills, individuals can empower themselves to resist undue influence and assert their autonomy. Chapter 6. The Ethics of Influence. In this chapter, we grapple with the ethical dimensions of influence, exploring the responsibilities of influencers, marketers, and communicators in shaping public opinion and behavior. We examine ethical frameworks for evaluating persuasive tactics and assessing the impact of influence campaigns on individuals and society. From the principle of respect for autonomy to the concept of beneficence, we explore the moral imperatives that guide ethical persuasion and condemn manipulation. By promoting transparency, honesty, and respect for individual autonomy, we can foster a culture of ethical influence that promotes the well-being and dignity of all. Chapter 7. Influence in the Digital Age. In this chapter, we explore the unique challenges and opportunities posed by influence in the digital age. We examine the role of social media, algorithms, and online platforms in shaping public discourse and behavior. From targeted advertising to algorithmic recommendation systems, we analyze the ways in which digital technologies amplify the principles of persuasion and manipulation. Drawing upon insights from media studies, computer science, and sociology, we explore strategies for promoting digital literacy, fostering critical engagement, and safeguarding democratic values in the digital public sphere. Chapter 8. Influence and Power Dynamics. In this chapter, we examine the intersection of influence and power dynamics, exploring how hierarchies of power shape the dynamics of persuasion and manipulation. We explore the role of authority figures, social hierarchies, and structural inequalities in shaping who has the power to influence and who is vulnerable to manipulation. Drawing upon insights from feminist theory, critical race theory, and post-colonial studies, we interrogate the ways in which systems of oppression perpetuate unequal distributions of influence and exacerbate vulnerabilities to manipulation. By challenging power imbalances and promoting social justice, we can create a more equitable society where everyone has the agency to shape their own destiny. Chapter 9. Influence and Collective Action. In this chapter, we explore the role of influence in shaping collective action and social change. We examine the power of grassroots movements, social networks, and collective action campaigns in mobilizing people around shared values and goals. From civil rights movements to environmental activism, we analyze the strategies and tactics used to harness the power of influence for positive social change. Drawing upon insights from social movement theory, political psychology, and sociology, we explore the ways in which individuals and communities can leverage influence to challenge injustice, promote equity, and build a more just and sustainable world. Chapter 10. The Future of Influence. In this final chapter, we speculate on the future of influence in an increasingly interconnected and complex world. We examine emerging trends in influence research, from neuromarketing to computational social science, and explore the implications of technological advancements for the dynamics of persuasion and manipulation. From virtual reality to artificial intelligence, we analyze how new technologies are reshaping the landscape of influence and transforming the ways in which we engage with information, ideas, and each other. By embracing ethical principles, fostering digital literacy, and promoting democratic values, we can harness the power of influence for positive social change and collective flourishing. Conclusion. In this comprehensive exploration, we have delved into the intricate workings of the human mind to unravel the psychology of influence. From the fundamental principles of persuasion to the ethical dimensions of manipulation, we have examined the ways in which influence shapes our perceptions, decisions, and actions. By understanding the underlying mechanisms of influence, we can empower ourselves to navigate the complexities of modern society with clarity, discernment, and ethical integrity. As we continue to grapple with the challenges and opportunities of influence in an increasingly interconnected and complex world, let us remain vigilant guardians of our autonomy, critical thinkers, and ethical influencers in our own right.